out the jibber. Cut out.
So tell me, what will you
Cut out the jibber jabber. Don't be babbling like a fool. Say what you got to say. That's all. Then shut your dang pie hole.
Well, everyone, welcome back to the Prepared Mind channel. We're blasting out of the bunker 0 dark 30. And folks, Clown World just got an extra dose of clown. It's even more clowny than ever. It's fruity flavored clowns everywhere. And what, geez, I just read this story just prior to hopping in the work vehicle. And I was stunned at what I read. I can't quote everything and read from it right now. Perhaps I'll do that later today if requested. The things that are being said, the things that are being done by, well, our nation's allies, supposed allies, is just incredible. There's a spokesperson, a spokesfreak over in Ukraine who's talking a bunch of shit. Apparently, this is a trans spokesperson for Ukraine who's a U.S. trans soldier from the U.S. Army, but is trans and is speaking on behalf and for the Ukrainians, who is now threatening Russian propagandists. That is to say, anyone who criticizes Ukraine. Now, having said that and let a little bit out about this article, this story, what's going on the planet, we'll back up and get a little context, right? I love to do my job and circle back. America and the world has been treated to a fantastic story, an incredible story, a yarn, a tale, a fabrication that Ukraine is a government that is legitimate. Have you noticed that when they present Zelensky, they do not present him as being the supposed leader of a country that was in civil war 10 years ago? They don't. They don't tell you anything about Ukraine. Does the mainstream media tell you that it's the most corrupt country on the planet, according to many reporting agencies? Not a little corrupt, folks, the most corrupt. But I hear the Biden regime is trying to challenge that with their new actions being helped by certain states like New Mexico and California, Illinois, and of course, New York. We've got in the term clown world, I know, is used as a pejorative to bring in some humor and demonstrate that these people are really farcical. It would be funny, except they're in positions of power. Zelensky has sent tens of thousands of his people. Hundreds of thousands have died, according to some reports. And he's still talking like the war can't be lost, and there's no way they'll lose, and they'll never give up. It is just an absolute clown show. I mean, he's just the other day, they're pushing for wider and greater and more dangerous war. Zelensky writes checks that he can't pay for, that Ukraine can't pay for. Are they going to have the wheelchair brigade next? Well, hell, we'll put crippled people in cars and put on hand controls so that they can they can do their part to serve the who are they serving? Who are their masters? Right? Who the hell is Zelensky serving? Now, part of the reason, well, let me continue with the clownish shit. There's just so much going on over there. They're going to put old men, crippled men, and women into combat roles. That's what they're doing. That's remember that Zelensky has arrested anyone who criticized him and criticized what he's doing inside of Ukraine. Politicians who have been elected supposedly by the people, and maybe they are, because they don't agree with the little tyrant, the little Führer, the little furious turd, Zelensky. He's got more blood on his hands than anyone in decades, it seems. The little bastard himself. There's just so much clownish shit going on, folks. He arrests members of the clergy, the church. He arrests people for criticizing him. He steals their property. He confiscates it. He destroys their reputations. That is exactly what is going on over there, and that's exactly what they want to do here in America with the Joe Biden administration. It is beyond, folks, clownish. I wish it were funny enough that we could just laugh and only have to laugh at this. But the son of a bitch is threatening to turn terror cells loose. Well trained, he says. My ass. So now, to bring us up to date, he has a trans man, that is a testicle-clad person pretending to be a woman, in the media threatening propagandists. They're going to rue the day. You're going to pay. Right? Making violent threats, death threats on Twitter, and Twitter's allowing it. But this fruitcake is out there threatening people. This is exactly what trannies are good for, by the way. Is threatening other people and then hiding behind their own skirt. This person's out there threatening and laughing about other people gone missing. I guess when you're a teapot dictator like Ukraine, I guess little people like this can feel really powerful. I want you to remember that Zelensky himself is a light in the loafers fruitcake, masquerading as something he's not. He's part of the pride world. He himself is just a clown and a puppet. Yet this U.S. Army trans person, thingamajiggy, it's off the hook. I don't know how to get the word out there. These people are all that screwed on the head. They're giving incredible amounts of weaponry to these people with this mentality, who are willing to kill off their own citizens, who are willing to fight against Russia and threaten world war, and then threaten us as a nation if we don't support it. That's how messed up these people are in the head. They're arresting their own people. They're silencing their own people. There is no political opposition to this war because it's illegal. And you've got the most heterophobic fruitcakes in charge of condemning anybody and then going after them with police power. Is this what we want for America? And now I'm genuinely asking this question. This is clown world with extra clown. Is this what we're going to have in America? oftentimes we'll see this radicalization of government, and then you'll see it adopted by other governments. They're like, well, that model worked, so let's do it some more. And that's what I think we're witnessing here, is the attempt to normalize a sexually deviant form of government, which is exactly what Ukraine is, consisting of puppet placement people. And they're using extremist, very extreme, totalitarian, authoritarian, Nazi components. It's incredible. This is who they're using. This is what they're using. The most extreme elements from the last 100 years. They're using socialist, fascist, homosexual components to attack a country. Since when and how does Zelensky and this fruitcake propagandist, how do they represent the people, traditions, and culture of Ukraine? When the people are silent and they have no representation, when their culture is completely erased, it's unbelievable, folks. This is what I see coming for the rest of the world, if they have their way. If they push us into World War III, where Europe erupts into fighting, Africa erupts into fighting, you know, the whole France-Niger thing, the South China Sea, you know, China, Taiwan, and then, of course, here in North America, just a complete collapse of the United States of America and our political, economic, social, cultural system. What will come out of it? How will the government control itself if we can't control it? Are you prepared for what can come next? This is our clown world, folks. This is what we get. Chance favors the prepared mind is yours. Semper Fi. Godspeed.